What is the NIST Cybersecurity Framework? And why are organizations across the globe adopting and adapting it to their business?
That's a great first question. So the NIST framework was created back in 2014 under executive order from then President Obama, where the government was starting to realize that this cybersecurity risk was becoming a key issue, especially in our critical sectors, which Dr. Baugh mentioned the energy sector is one of them. So the government basically issued an executive mandate for NIST to go out and create a framework that could be utilized by not only the critical sector providers, but all businesses and all governments across the globe. Today, it's been downloaded in I think over 185 different countries. It's I think been translated into 9 or 10 different languages. So it is basically being globally adopted across the world. Main purpose of the framework is to provide guidance on what organizations must be doing to manage their cyber risk or their digital business risk. Okay, everywhere we turn, we're being attacked one way or another. Jenny, I think in your introduction you covered it perfectly. It's personally and professionally. So anything you learn along the way needs to be applied in both those domains in terms of protecting your own risk and the things that could happen to you personally or professionally. Our focus in terms of supporting the NIST framework is to create, these products that will allow organizations to build, an adaptive cyber resilience risk management program, that is fit for use. In other words, the organization can integrate it into their operational fabric, into their business fabric, so the entire organization can take advantage of it and use it, and that it's also auditable for purpose to ensure that it is in compliance, with the new regulations and standards that are being promoted and pushed out there by governments across the globe. The last thing I'll say is there are 3 drivers, pushing this market forward. The first is that the rules are changing. All right, just in the last couple of months alone, the United States government and its regulatory bodies, including international governments and their regulatory bodies, have changed the rules. It's no longer, you need to do this or you should be doing this. It's you must be doing this. Okay, so the rules are changing. So the organizations need to become compliant with these new rules. The second reason, and I think one of the most important reasons, is that the executive teams and their corresponding board of directors are now being held personally accountable. So they can no longer, avoid the investment that they need to make in order to protect your data and their business for their shareholders and anyone else who has a vested, interest in that organization. The third thing is the insurance option, which is what most organizations have used as their cybersecurity life preserver. That has also changed as well. The insurance companies took a beating over the last few years with all of the different successful attacks and paying out ransomware and so on and so forth. So they in turn have changed their rules. So they are now forcing organizations to prove to them that they've mitigated as much risk as possible so that those insurance companies can insure the risk that they don't know about or they haven't mitigated yet. Okay. Basically the way I like to describe it is, there was a wound in businesses called cyber risk, and they were putting Band-Aids, insurance Band-Aids on it. Now the Band-Aid has been torn off. So you really need to have surgery, which means you need to put in place the right capabilities to ensure that your organization manages its risk in alignment with the rules that are being set by government.